What was that initial, like that digestive process in your head when you get that call and you realize this is actually for keeps, like this is really going on? What was that like for you?
So I guess for me, the real call wasn't the phone call. It wasn't the phone ringing. It was the first gunshot that went by my head, like
Yeah.
the first bullet that flew by my ear. And I've talked about this before in a couple other videos, and me talking about the challenges I faced and how to like disconnect from it but still respect it. And it was like there's three
Mhm.
different types of gunshots, fires. There's one that you know is for you, the one that's like, oh, that was close, but it wasn't for me. It was for someone else, probably by me in my vicinity. And then it was like, oh, that's just a warning shot. And the one you know that's for you is the snap by the ear, because it breaks that barrier, and you're like, and it gives you chills. You feel the vibrations of the bullet. You're just like, whoa, that was for me. That's
Wow.
when I knew it was like, oh, I'm no longer playing cops and robbers like if I was in the backyard in Converse in Texas, a part of the Lone Star militia paintball team that I was in at the age of 11, 12
Right.
years old. That's no longer what I'm doing. Someone's trying to kill me. What am I supposed to do? There's
Wow.
What do you do? Like what do you
Wow.
do in
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
moment? Like that's like instilled for me in that to today, right? It's like all I knew was to go ahead and apply the skills that I had been drilled thousands of hours for that moment. And then that moment now lasts 7 hours that first day, the next day, another 7 hours the next day. And then by the time you know it, you've been out on their land for 60 days. You haven't been back to base. You've been living out of your ruck. You've been living out of people's houses. You've been the scary monster to the little kids at 2 a.m. in the morning, knocking on their door, saying, we're taking over your compound. We're going to tie you up and hide you in the back of that room so that we can fight from this post for the next 2 days. Because if we let those people go, even if we pay them off, guess what happens to them? They're either dead because the Taliban feels like they traded against them, or we're dead because they go tell them.